What is up, guys? Welcome to a very special tutorial on Super Sentai Legend Wars. So we're going to kind of guide you through this game, kind of get you to understand what everything is all about, and pretty much get you guys going on this game with a better understanding on how to play it, how to run it, and pretty much have fun with it. So without further ado, let's get started. So I've been playing Super Sentai Legend Wars for a good whole year. Finally got back into it since the crossovers started to happen and the Mighty thing became a thing. So we'll go over each box in order and tell you what it's all about. That way you guys can understand what everything is all about. So we're right here. So pretty much they tell you what's going on today or the whole week. They'll show you events. A little event tab comes up, tells you what's going on in the world of Sentai. So, as you can see, this is your screen. You see something that says My, and that's pretty much your team. This one that's highlighted, this is how you can get the news feed up again. So let's start going down the list. So this option right here, we're going to click that. So the option right next to the news feed is, for security reasons, we signed you out. Just pretty much all the stages you kind of played on. Back in the day, and pretty much you can go to the stages by clicking these buttons on where you're at, or if the stage even exists anymore. So that helps. And this is my Alliance War thing, so this tells you pretty much what you use for Alliance Wars, what teams are still there, etc., etc. So that option is just like a shortcut button. So let's get to our next option here. Right next to the shortcut button to stages is the one you see highlighted. This will be your Rangers, where you can view the cards you have, see how many cards you're missing from each set, and that will kind of give you a better understanding where everything is at. That will tell you how many coins you have of each character as well. When you double-click this option that is highlighted, you click it once, you see all the cards you have. Click it twice, you see how many medals you have for those cards so you can level them up. And that's pretty much it. Now, underneath every Ranger is a symbol. The brain is science, the fist is technique, the mountain is nature, the blinking light is mystery, so this is a mystery one, and pretty much this one is extraterrestrial. The Saturn you can see in there, and this is technique, and this is science, and this is nature. So I'll tell you what type of teams you will make depending on you have to make a full nature team, full science team, full this, and we're going to go in that later on in this video. Now, next to that option, next to the Ranger option, is your Dias. And pretty much what these Dias are is they pretty much tell you for each Dia, it gives you a slight increase in attack or speed. It's not a lot. It's not a lot of energy. It's just like tiny bits. Like you'll get extra EP, extra defense, extra energy, so on and so forth. And they tell you how to unlock the card underneath. Some of the cards have passed. They'll say you have to do this quest, but this quest isn't here anymore, so you gotta wait until it returns or they revamp it again. This one is a very particular one that you need to gain an extra 5 energy so you can grind stages more and have more energy to play the game. But those are like once in a million cards that you have to find, and hopefully they return or they don't. But pretty much what these are all for keeping your cards high, giving them some HP, some speed, some defense, some attack, and so on and so forth. But that's the yellow Dias. Let's go to the red Dias. Now, red Dias is what gives your characters special effects. And what you see here are the symbols on the top of the red Dia. These are for the teams they go to. So if you use a Q Ranger in the Galaxy team or the Space Sheriff team, you get a -1 on Legends, and you'll get double the attack power. You get double the attack power. Pretty much you get double the attack power. That's what I can explain in that. You get double the attack power with that. And to tell what the Japanese writing is, to tell you what if you get attack power, defense, we'll go over that right now. This one looks like it's a buffer. That's a buff card, as in it debuffs things. This is another attack card for Lupin. Let's see. This one's a speed card. Your Rangers get 300 plus in speed, so they'll attack faster. This one is a breaker defense, where you can lower your opponent's defense by 50 and make them weaker. This one right here is a defense, where you gain an extra 200 defense. If you look at the Chinese writing with the number by byte, it'll tell you what the card is for. I mean, that's like the best way to put it. What these cards is and how I can translate it for you guys. And this is an extra 200 attack to all your Q Rangers that gets summoned on the first try. So there's plenty of cards you can collect. This one is a crit. As you can see, this one says give every one of your Rangers that you summon on the turn plus 300 on crit. So your Rangers will have some crit damage when they're summoned. And the Dias only work when the Rangers do get summoned. That's when it does. And this one, you can break their attack for 50. You can cut their attack in half. So your opponent starts attacking you. Let me see, is there anything else? You can minus speed, make your opponent go slow. I mean, the Q Ranger card is the best way to describe the Japanese lettering and what makes someone go slow and what makes someone go fast. So next, you want to know where your final attacks are. Which red Dias are your final attacks? Well, to see what your final attack is, pretty much you click on this card and it'll say the word 5. Now, the 5 won't glow, but if you read and see a number that says 5, it means this is their ultimate attack for that team. And you can unlock this in the Q Ranger story mode, but this was already passed because this was an event, I remember. So you have to wait for it to come back. But it was a grade, but this will tell you what teams have like ultimate attacks. If you see the numbers 5, Dojo Sentai gets 300 speed, so on and so forth. So the cards I showed you in the Q Ranger thing will pretty much give you a better understanding on what each effect is. Now I think it's the Ghost Ranger one that I don't think I showed you what a debuff looked like. The debuff effect, where you won't get hit by any like bad grade mojo. Yeah, it's something like not that. It's not that. It's like one of these. OP. Oh, this one I didn't show you. The OP one, this means you'll automatically hit your opponent. You get an extra 300 to your attack. That'll give you an extra 300 to attack. This one gives you to minus 50 on speed. So there's like a debuff one. Which one's the debuff? Okay, this is debuff. This Japanese symbol right here is for the word for debuff. So you get plus 200 debuff where you won't get hit by negative poison effects, breaker attacks, so on and so forth. So this will help you in the long run by using the Team Ghost Ranger or Go Kaiger with you. The next Dias we got to go over is the purple one. So what purple ones are, they're for teams of the 3 of the same nature or science or extraterrestrial, so on and so forth, what you got to use with them. So if you were to choose this one, this would only work with extraterrestrials, and pretty much they get -1, but plus 100 defense, which is good. And you can always experiment and see what every purple card is about. You can only use one purple card. This one is for science teams, and it slightly increases science team attacks. Only slightly, so it's maybe like 10, 15 points, who knows. So you can always look through these, just see what it's about. This one's about speed. If you look on the last sentence, you'll see like a snail with a kanji symbol, and it would mean like speed. That card would mean for speed, so on and so forth as you look through your cards. This one gives slight crit to your extraterrestrials. So you'll see these symbols again at the bottom of these purple cards, the one where they had numbers, but they don't have numbers by them now, because the purple Dias almost act like yellow Dias, but at least the purple Dias you can use. So we went over purple Dias, we went over yellow Dias, we went over red Dias. You can pretty much unlock them through the events that they have set up for you. Sometimes the events come back, and we're going to show you what some of the events are in just a sec. So let's go to this highlighted option here. This is the option to buy stuff, as in buy V-Gems, buy special sets that they have every month, buy 300 of this, get 2 V-Gem boosters, so on and so forth. Right here, you can get over 1,800 V-Gems to pull on the Gachas, which we're about to show you in the next second. Right here, you can buy energy. Fourth option, you can buy stuff from the Alliance War, cards that they have already in the shop. That's only if you want to. Next, we have the card for your hero power. So pretty much why those cards are unlocked is because you hit a certain hero power. So when you keep leveling up, hitting a certain hero power, these cards will unlock for you to buy them. And these things right here is where you can just buy the team, but they'll all come out as commons and not really high rares, but they'll be like commons, normals, normal pluses, so on and so forth. Now let's get to our next option. Oof, there's a lot of cover, but you know, we're going through this pretty nice. We're like going at a steady pace. This option right here is your Gacha. So if you want to pull on the Gacha, pull a Ranger card you really like, if you're all about that team, maybe you want to pull for it, go ahead. We're not going to judge you. That's for dang sure. We ain't going to judge if you want that team, you want that team. When, you know, if it's a good card, it's a good card. I mean, some cards are good, some cards are bad. And I mean, once you realize what cards are good, you'll want to go for it. Usually the cards that are good are the multi-hitters, which we're going to show you later on. Multi-hitters and attackers. Especially for time events, you're going to want a lot of multi-hitters, and then for some, you're going to want a lot of single hits. So right now there's a free gacha going on. You pull one card, you could possibly pull legendary, and so on and so forth. But pretty much these are the gachas you see before you. They contain legends, heroes, and rares. No commons, no normals, just legends, heroes, and rares. And you get the occasional Megazord gacha, where if you want to pull for a Megazord, go ahead. You'll have fun with it, and you'll be able to get what you want. Lesres, this is Lesres, we guaranteed one of them. They have these at the end of every month with a new card or new 6th Ranger or something around those areas. Right here is the anniversary gacha. So they had 2 of these anniversary gachas. This was part 2. This was part 1, where you can get Gokai Silver. You might want to pull on this now because you'll never see these again in the near future. So when you click this option right here, the one that's being highlighted, this brings you to another set where you can use your bronze coins that you've been collecting to pull on these cards. And they have like 2 legendaries, so you want the Koryu Red. There's a slot 2 where you can pull for Gao Red with the Eagle. Then there's a legend coin gacha where you can use rare coins that you have built up to pull on a legendary character in here. And some are only exclusive to the legend coin gacha, as in Rio and Melee. And some super skills are limited to this gacha for Mega Silver and Gao White. Gao Silva. So that's pretty much that. And then you have the Hero gacha. Right now they just had Shadow Ranger and Super Mega Super Gosei Red. So you can get that if you want. So there's a hero one. And there's a rare one. If you're pulling rare coins and you just want to collect all the cards, you can in this one because it's easy. But that's pretty much the gacha. We'll pull on a gacha to show you what it's like. And we'll see if we get any like special effect. Usually a special effect happens when there's a vortex in the middle, which shows you got a hero or a legendary. So I didn't even get the animation, so I got an automatic rare. So right there is where you're going to pull for gachas. Yeah, so that's how that is done. Next. We're doing pretty good on this. I mean, right here, the option we just clicked that was highlighted is your daily mission. So you pretty much do all the daily missions by playing the Abyss, wasting your energy, actually playing the game the whole day, and then, well, not the whole day, just get through all your energy for the whole day. You start to build up, level up a card, awaken a card, go to the Abyss, stuff like that. There's a one that accumulates over time for the amount of hero power you get, so you can get some V-Gems for collecting cards, leveling up, and so on and so forth. So what these are your dojos, which we're going to show you in a sec. Those are your dojos where you'll be able to get some some awakening scrolls just to awaken your ranger. And last but not least on this front page is the box. And the box right here, you click on it. It even says box on it, so you'll be able to find everything. Click the option with the minus sign in front of it, and it'll get all the stuff that's in the box for you. So you got all that stuff, 100 silver coins, some energy, legend coins, and so on and so forth. So what I am going to show you in this video is what it's like to pull a legend, since these legend coins are guaranteed, most likely legend cards. From what I'm seeing, I've been getting a lot more legends, so they kind of fixed the gacha, because before I was only getting like heroes and not the legends off the legend coin. And sometimes you'll pull 2 legends, depending on your luck. So you see this legend coin gacha, it's in the option 2 menu when you click it twice. So let's hit it. And we're going to pull a legend card. So let's see what we're pulling. So you'll get this nice animation with the sparkle, the vortex. And when the card spins, it's a legendary Mystic Red, Magi Red. And you get like 3 cards. Not all will be legendaries, just like one will be a legendary. So we'll pull one more time, see if we can pull something more interesting. If not, then at least we tried to show you a gacha pull on this video, what a legend's like. And what we pulled here is, ooh, Magi Pink. I don't have this one. Sweet. So yeah, we pulled something awesome up, and I pulled a hero card, so that's good. So I got a common, rare, and a legendary. So it's gonna be good to collect these 100 legend coins because it helps you get a legendary that you may or may not have, and that just really helps you out. Now, let's get into the game here. And by the game, I mean the actual gameplay, because we got to show you how to set up everything, what to tackle, what the stages. So you see this V that's glowing? You're going to click that with your finger. So we're going to get into the option menu. Right now, the middle tab is the event page. What's going on? What can you win? And today's event is you can win old Dias that were released in this game a long time ago, where you can play for them, but you got to collect the Dia cards throughout these stages. And they'll tell you how to collect them by playing them using the cards from the Gacha that are for this event. So you could pull the Dia cards from the event that you can't buy in the shop. So you got to understand how that works. And right now this event's ending. This was a Megazord event. This was today's Gacha event. But you can use the cards here to kind of collect the rest of these gold cards. And this is what I was talking about. They're bringing back some old events where you can go back to grinding the cards, because people are still missing out on them. So you see this orange light. Usually nothing would pop up, but when you click it, it will show you the cards and what you need to collect. It'll say, oh, you need to collect number 64 from the Ghost Ranger event. Oh, you need to collect the Bokenger card. You need to collect this red Dia Sun Vulcan card, and you'll unlock this card, the Geki Ranger card that gives you +5 energy, so you can play more games, etc. Just following the format of what you need to get to unlock the main card that's on top. Alrighty. So that's one step. The next thing you guys got to understand is, believe it or not, it's the victory gacha. So we're going to click on the victory over here. We're going to click it. And how to get victory coins is by collecting gacha cards or just playing for free, doing the free-to-play. They tell you what to do. You got to earn 4,000 points in this event, and then they give you 100 victory coins. And what these victory coins are used for is the victory gacha. And as you all know, the victory gacha are the strongest cards in the game. So right now they have 2 victory gachas right now, ever since the anniversary dropped. And so far I did pull really well on both of them. I got every one of my favorites. You can get Hyper Shinken Red. You can get Gokai Legend Megazord. You can even, in the second one, you get Go Busters, actually, the final attack they used on Enter. And Deca Red Battleizer, which is a very special one that I unlocked. It was really cool. And you can also get the Gal Rangers Victory card and Battle Fever J. So you'll have to use victory coins to pull on that. Your luck may be good. You'll pull them early, but usually if you don't pull any, after 20 pulls, the 20th pull will give you a free victory card. And those are the strongest cards in this game right now. So let's go to this third option here. But before we do, this first option over here is your story mode. So you just play through that, have some fun, see what the story is all about. If you can read Japanese, we translate it for you guys so you do understand it in the near future. This third option is for the Abyss, Dojos, Megazords. If Megazords is down, you can just play this Megazord event just to see what the Megazords are like in action. The My Team thing, which is what we showed you how to do in a My Team tutorial, so we won't go over that again. But this right here is the Dojo, Terrestrial, Nature, Science, Technique, and all that stuff. And each one has 5 stages. And obviously the 5th stage is what you want to grind, so you get better results on getting the Awakening Scrolls for your Legend cards, because you want to awaken your Legend cards so they get stronger. So this would be the final stage, and pretty much the deck layout for most of these dojos is all your teammates need to be of the same nature. So I have all science, so I had to keep an all science build. So that's how you'll tackle the dojos, and that's where you use your dojo scrolls right here to get Awakening Scrolls. So that'll help you in the long run. So next, and pretty much we're nearing the end of this video, is setting up a team and using a team. So pretty much in this build, we'll show you how to set up a team. You click a mission. This one costs 15 energy. You click OK. And now I don't have a team set up, so I can show you how to do this. So you would click the plus sign on where the teams would go. And you just choose like 5 teams. You can choose any teams you want, but in this one we'll be choosing 4 teams. You can only have like 6 Rangers per team, but instead when they have Megazord events, you can use 10 Rangers from that team, aka the Q Rangers. So, you know what, we'll keep it like American for you guys if you want. We'll have like the 4 teams from America, Mighty Morphin, Zeo, stuff like that you guys are familiar with. So we got Turbo. So you pick like the best Turbo cards. You want to be able to do the most attacks. Some good Zeo cards. And there's Gold Zeo in this, so you can have Gold Zeo. The Alien Rangers. Also cool. And they have Ninja or Ninja Man in Japan. The Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. We'll give ourselves the Burai Shield. Green Ranger. So pretty much, I like to use 14s. 14s make the deck go by quicker, and you'll be able to do a lot more. So the next thing you need to see is what's an attack for most of these Rangers. So what you're going to do is, you're going to click on the card, right? So I'm just going to click on Turbo Blue here. So Blue Racer, actually, I think. So pretty much what you do is you see this middle option that's highlighted. You would go here and see his moves. So his first move is a single hit, but his second move is a multi-hit, which makes it really good to use so it can build your victory meter up, because you need your victory meter to use super skills. And this third option next to it is the Awakening, where you need to collect scrolls in order to actually awaken your character. Now, there's Super Awakening scrolls already made. You can buy them during events, or you get them through the shop. Sometimes they drop, sometimes they don't, but you won't get these as often, so during these events, they do give them away. So you can hold on to it if you really want to Super Awaken in a card that you feel is right. But yeah, you would have to collect these types of scrolls, the one with the T in the square and the one that looks like an L with a thing at the end. So you would have to collect 20 of those, and then you would collect this, press this when all the scrolls are together to awaken your Ranger. And the awakened stats are right here. They are in orange, as you can see. So after you set up this, next you got to set up your Dias. So what I'm looking at here is like, maybe I'm going to -1 on my Mighty Morphin and my Alien Rangers and my Turbo Rangers. So we're going to click the plus button. That's all the way to the right, the 3 plus buttons. And the plus buttons pretty much come from just adding the cards, because it's an addition sign, so you're pretty much adding. So if you can't see the cards, wait till they update, and then when you try to see the effects, you would press this option. You see this one highlighted? You press that and find the cards that give you -1 on Legends. So -1 here. So we -1 on our Mighty Morphin cards. Next we look for an Alien Ranger card. We're -1 on our Alien Ranger cards. Then we look for a Zeo card. Now we're going to look for a Turbo card, and we -1 on our Turbos. So now we found all of our Turbo cards and our cards that we needed for our teams that we feel that felt right. And why I say like those multi-hits are good is because the victory cards actually do 2 attacks in one go. They do a single, then a double. And sometimes a double, then a single. Or a double-double, which is awesome. That's why those attacks will help you in the long run. But without further ado, let's show you one run on how this game works and go from there. We won't put the music on. You already know the music, yada yada. But we're going to show you how it runs in a game. So let the game load up, and we're going to show you how to play Super Sentai Legend Wars. And red super skills mean you can use it during Ranger battles. Blue super skills with the blue lettering means you can only use them in Megazord battles. They have different shades of colors. Red being for the monsters that are smaller than you, and blue is for the Megazords, for the monsters that will be bigger than you. And the victory cards, they have both, so you can use them either way and still get the cool animation. So this is our starting hand. We have Car Red, Turbo Red, or whatever. I'm like Red Racer, I think. All right, let's get to this. So pretty much you just summon Rangers. They do their roll call, and then they start fighting, and then the music pops up in the background, and that's the game. So then you would kind of like, you want to build a hand, you're thinking about a team, like say, maybe I want to summon Kaku Ranger or something. Oh yeah, so I definitely want, so I'm going to get rid of my Mighty Morphin. Yeah, then you get rid of our Mighty Morphins right there. So let that go. Alright, so I got Turbo. So I'm going to get rid of another Mighty Morphin card, just so we can free up some of the Kaku Rangers. So I drew 2 turbo cards, so you know what? I'll save the turbos. Now let's summon our Kaku Rangers. Summon them up. And they do their pose, and they get speed. Because the Dia card I gave them was for speed. 300 extra speed. So I drew more Mighty Morphin cards, so we'll get rid of them. This makes sense. Alright, so we just drew Ninja. Now, this next step is you gotta drag the card to the right if you want to use their super skill. And that's when you have half the the victory gauge right here, this V to your left, that's how you can use it. So when you drag the card to the right, a super skill will happen, an ultimate attack they've done in the show, and you'll see it in action. And this is like Ninjamon with some pokes. Fire! And that's pretty much a super skill. And once you get like the hang of that, you're kind of ready to go. And that will help you with your Super Sentai Legend Wars journey. I like how Ninja just stands there. Ninja Man. He's like, I don't feel like posing. I'll just stand. Some stages might be 2. Some stages might be 1. It's how you like set it up. And if you want to, you do it your way. So we're going to summon the Turbo Rangers again. And this is pretty much the whole game. You know, you switch out your cards, keep having fun, poke around, do what you got to do. I mean, we got the Blue Centurion in this game recently, so that was fun. Got a little signal blast. I guess those guys were under arrest. And some characters come with like purple super skills. Now those would come into +3 or crit for the whole team. But most of all, some would just be here and there. A hit and miss. But they sometimes help you on your journey too, especially giving your team some extra crits if necessary, or extra damage, or they give themselves an extra damage or an extra 500 to your HP. Either one, it works. Goldzio. And pretty much, guys, that is Super Sentai Legend Wars. Pretty fun game. You guys can really get into it if you want. The options is here for you. The tutorial helps you get through everything, better understand the team. You'll sometimes get boxes that drop free level up boosters, like free level up, like 30 of them. So you gotta at least have like over like 1,000 just to level up a legendary. And you'll get like a little weapon that says 50, and this goes to be used in the shop, which will show you where that shop is before we kind of cut out. So pretty much what the shop is, and this is the shop for every event Super Sentai Legend Wars ever does, is it's this option right here. You see this highlighted part? You're going to want to click that. And once you click that, the shop would actually have cards in it. I bought everything already ever since the beginning of this game. But you would buy the cards, and then you would go to that Dia section I showed you. The Dia section over here. In the option to the right here. Like you would go here, and then this orange thing would light up, or it'd have like a 1 on it, which means you passed one of the missions to get the free Dia card. But that's pretty much Super Sentai Legend Wars for you guys. I hope this tutorial did help you. I hope everything goes well on your journey, helps you understand. And the My Team tutorial, as you all know, if you've seen it, we posted on our channel. But I guess since this is the end of the video, we could show you one more time where the My Team function is and teach it to you one last time to finish up the tutorial. So pretty much you would click on that says My Team, and you get 3 options. This middle option is decorating your logo. This option tells you what you want your team to be. A technique, extraterrestrial, technique, mystery, science, nature, and extraterrestrial. And right here is where you would set up your teams, where you would press that. This would say, oh, you want to work on your My Team? Yes, you do. And pretty much you would just click a card and replace the card with something else. But we're just going to leave the card as is because we're not doing much with it, but it's just to show an example. So we already have the card selected, so we just go back, and the card will be there. And this This highlight option tells you who you want the team leader to be and whose music will be playing during it. And also this option just removes a ranger from the team. Doesn't matter, you can just click on the ranger, but this also removes the ranger and you can just re-add them if necessary. But that's pretty much it, guys. This is your Super Sentai Legend Wars tutorial video. Hopefully this helped you guys better understand the game, how it works, and the one thing that you will see is once you have a victory card, you'll have 3 V bars that you have to use 3 super skills for. So in order to even use a victory card, you would have to use 3 super skills. One super skill gets you 1. Using the victory skill gets you 2. The victory skill is where they just rush at the opponent and punch them or slice them. But that's how the victory would work. And once you build all 3 bars, you can use the victory super skill for free, and you pay the cost through your soul. So, and your soul was the deck to the right. I know I didn't explain that, but it's the deck on the right of your game where it says 42. And that's pretty much what you use to kind of summon cards. And if you don't have enough energy to summon cards, you won't be able to complete the team, and you won't be able to build the V gauge. The V gauge. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Keep in mind, this was pretty plain and simple tutorial for you guys to understand the game, understand the effects of Dias and how they work, and pretty much keep you guys occupied with other things. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace out, and I hope you enjoyed this video.